Hi there, Capricorn! It's been a minute or two, hasn't it? Oh my God, I've got rings on my glasses. Sorry about that. It's been great, and I've actually been doing cards for quite a few years now, but I'll be honest with you, I've had the fear factor. I've had the self-sabotage, the normal thing that a Capricorn has, and you and I know all about that, don't we? And we've lived through Pluto, and we're now at the other side of it. We've had a hangover of it. I think it's been hanging on. I'm glad it's gone into Aquarius because I think it's a fantastic sign for it to go into, because they are always thinking outside the box. But I'll be honest with you, it's taken me a minute to get that out of my system and make me feel a little bit more comfortable with talking to you again. I've been doing this for friends, but literally they've been pushing me. But what I want to talk about straight away is that I had a few songs this morning. I listen to my mentors all the time, and I'll talk about them more often because the people that you and I can tap into any time of the day, any time of the night. You know, they're not people that are around me. These are people that have helped me over the last probably 4 and 5 years, probably longer, make sure I stay in a positive mindset. And there's some tarot channel people that I will definitely be giving them a thumbs up on my channel and saying thank you very much for the advice. But I think it's also time that I came out and said I need to share what I have, just in case that helps one Capricorn today and for their future as well. But I do think that that's what we need to do as Capricorns, is we've helped so many people because we get a fulfillment out of it. And I think that's allowed us to hide as well, hide away and not show that we actually need to progress for ourselves now. I think that we need to do a little bit of self-fulfillment, because I feel very passionate about self-fulfillment as well for everybody. I believe everybody should have it, but I also want it for myself. So let me talk to you about these songs. So the first song that came out this morning was Gabrielle, Rise. So I don't know if you want to go and listen to these songs and these lyrics, because I just think, you know, they couldn't have been more poignant towards me right now. So I'm hoping it's also going to help the collective of Capricorns, because without you and all the mentors that I had on the YouTube, I wouldn't have got through my days. So I needed to do this today. So that was the first one. And then we are the Sultans of Swing. Then this is really important to me, because you'll learn why if you hang around for a little bit longer at the end of this video, is Read All About It by Emeli Sande. This song is just probably the best song for me personally, and it's kept me going, and I just think that her lyrics are amazing, and I'm a very big fan of hers. And then let's see if I got anybody else. Oh, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Do 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 do. Yeah, that one. And then Pump It Up. We'll pump it up. We've gotta pump it up. That one. And then I had quite a good musical download, I think. I also made a note of one thing that we can do for ourselves going into this particularly important phase of our lives, but also of the moon cycles, the worm moon, as of today, is that I think we ought to chuck away our old pants, please. Undergarments that are old and make us feel a little bit like, get rid of them. Can you do that for me today? So I had that as a note, don't know why, but that was very important. And then literally, I'm just looking through the notes what I had and sent down for me. We have to have more self-fulfillment, and remember to be hopeful and give and receive to ensure that we do get that self-fulfillment. And because us Capricorns are battered and bruised, it's even more important to stay hopeful and to share that you have a story to say that can help another battered and bruised person. Because I do think that all the signs right now are struggling with things that are happening around them that are making us all emotional. And I do think that if we just give an arm and a hug, it makes a massive difference. We don't need to necessarily give advice, but remaining hopeful and passing on that hope to other people. So that's all the messages that I got straight away as I woke up this morning, and that's why I'm here today. I use typical tarot, the Ride Awake. I've also got a beautiful pack that is part of my favourites now. I actually bought these recently as well for a few people, which are these ones, and they've got explanations on them, so they're really, really good. But what I do is I mix them up. So as you can see here, we've got, we've already got them coming out. I mix them up. And the reason why I do that is because it's old deck and newer deck. So the newer deck is about a year old, but it's the old one as well. So when I get doubles, I know that that is proper clarifying, and that makes me feel that I'm telling us something important. But also that because we are about our business, and our business is personal and business growth, I'm not going to be ashamed to say it. I love personal growth. I love to encourage personal growth. And I'm also a big advocate for business growth, and I'm not embarrassed about it. Where before we've been slagged off for it, without us, a lot of businesses wouldn't have actually survived and got out of that negative mode. So I do applaud us for that. The other deck is this one, which is back to front for you. Native Spirit, which is by Denise Lynn. I really like what Denise has to say. I also use the rune cards as well. They're really, really good. They are from Eastgate Resource Limited, 2013. Eastgate Resource, and there's got a website on that. So I do tend to use those as well. But majority of the time is Ride Awake, Native Spirit, and I've got some other decks that I might introduce. But hopefully at the end of the video, you'll see, if you want to hang around, as I say, that I have actually wrote a book, and I've been told by a number of tarot card readers on YouTube that we need to do things like this, like write and communicate. So this is my way, this is my copy, because it says not for sale. All right, so it's on Amazon right now, and it's called Losing the Living. Losing the Living, and I'm going to read, because I want to share it with the Capricorns first, and this is maybe a little bit strange for you, but I would like to read a chapter each time at the end of my tarot card readings, so it may help somebody, and that's my giveaway to all of you. I can't give everybody a book, but I can give away some of the things that I've learned along the way. All right, so it is a personal book, but it's also personal growth, and it's also maybe reflective. It's a reflective kind of book. So I'm going to read it to you. It's not going to cost you a penny, but obviously if you find anything that's useful to you, please do give me a thumbs up, please do share, and please do ensure that you tune in again. But this is the 25th of March 2024. We've got some exciting news coming up. We're in eclipse seasons, and we've also got so much going in because we're in the full moon. I've got lots and lots of other information, because if you're like me, Capricorn, we're always making lots and lots of notes. I do believe we get a lot of downloads. I've met other Capricorns that are constantly with a notepad and pen. I mean, this pad is for everything, but literally I have lots of pads constantly with me. I'm also dyslexic. I found that out in 2 years ago, actually. So with that came with the blessing of understanding why my brain works in that particular way. So I'm hopeful that might help you, even that information today, that I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm actually very much embracing it, because it helps understand how I work. So I wish I'd known it a lot younger. Anyway, let's dive into it. I did have a pre-shuffle, and in the pre-shuffle we had a lot of cards that was coming out to confirm. Very positive, on the move. They were all real ones. A lot of ones coming in, a lot of fiery action. So I don't know if you've got any fire signs that are in your birth chart, but there was a lot of wands. So I'm hoping that that will give you a little bit of a push in the bum to get things moving. And I know that we're going into a Mercury retrograde on the 1st of April, but we've still got a few more days, and let's get thinking. You know, stinking thinking is out and positive thinking is in, or for us. All right. So it is only a Capricorn channel, and the only reason I do it just for Capricorn is because I know Capricorn well and true, because I am one. I'm also moon in Pisces, and I'm also rising in Aries. So I have got quite a mixture of the earth, the emotion, you know, the water, and also the fire within me. But I do believe that I am a Capricorn true and true, and always have been. So that's why I can only really talk for ourselves and tap into that collective. Alrighty, so let's get going. Okie dokie. Right, let's see what we've got immediately. Right, we've already got a jumper, and I like jumpers. So if there's those who don't like jumpers, I do apologise. But these are two fantastic jumpers. So we have got the King, as you can see there, the King of Wands. Again, that fire energy. Can't get no better than that, can you? The Fire of Wands. And also, we're in magician mode. So I think that we've all got a little bit of itchy feet. We're very assertive in what we do know. We know what we don't know. And we know that we've got to go out there and go and get it. But we're also very, very, very confident in knowing what we do know on a regular basis. It's not like we have to keep kidding ourselves of things that, oh, I know a little bit, I know a little bit. We know what we know, and we know what we don't know. So that makes us feel that we are a very high king, because we do manifest well and we do make things out of magic. I don't know about you, but whenever there's an issue or a problem, I seem to go into fix-it mode with businesses, with people, with anything. So I know that I've got a very powerful magician mode. Unfortunately, I've not necessarily used it for myself enough. So I'm hoping that you may feel the same and get confidence that these two came out immediately. So this is actually the energy that we are coming out of, but actually are in still. All right. So for me, looking at the yellow, and as it happens, I'm wearing yellow today, very much there on that particular chakra. You know, we're into that particular mode right now. That King represents that he's looking out on that rod, that it is actually growing seeds. With the worm moon at the moment, you and I know that that's all about growth. If you've seen robins around, the bird robins, that's all about growth. And obviously the robins come because there's loads of worms. So that's why farmers named it the worm moon. All right. So it's really important. So I'm going to go back to those. But look, straight away, and I've got yellow in the background for some particular reason. It's obviously yellow speaking to me at the moment as well. So I am aligned. I'm aligned on your behalf because I feel that I need to express that. All right. To express that this is why I'm here today. All right. So what else can we tell Capricorns today, please? I want information that would help these Capricorns, assist, give them ideas, give them inspiration, give them transformation, all those beautiful. And did you hear that I did have a jump that came out? Okay, I'm going to show you that, but I'm just going to see if anything else wants to come out of that particular area. Because what I do is I split them up and I'll take photos of these later. I don't actually have the capability right now to show you the cards at the same time because I'm doing these a lot of the time after work. I'm currently a store assistant in a supermarket, so I'm doing different shifts. So with that in mind, you know, I get to do these after work, so do apologise for the late, or even before work if I can pop them in. So that's what I'm going to try and do. We can try, can't we? Because what do they say? God loves a tryer. Alrighty. So I've already got two cards, which I think is quite important. The Three of Swords. Without actually meeting you and without actually getting to know your story, I know that this is maybe a 99% possibility that you have had tremendous heartbreak and pain. And right now, it's upside down. We're putting it to bed. We're saying thank you for those lessons. Thank you for the pain, because it made me realise who I am. It made me have the strength to see through things, to take the patience, and maybe that will come out later on. But we did that. We did that. We took the time to heal. Not completely. It will never be completely. But we took the time to heal that broken heart and forgive, and to send love, and to embrace new love. And new love, what I mean by that is experiencing new people that has not hurt us, not done anything to us, and just giving them a love. You know? We don't have to think that they're all out to get us. We can be thinking that these new people that come into our lives, show them the real you, which is loving. And we get a bad rap for that, but we're actually very, very loving. We don't have to give all our heart this time. We don't have to give all our heart ever again if we don't want to. But we know how to love, and we know how to love well, just as much as we know how to make a business successful again, or success. We also know how to love very well. We fall deep, we fall hard. We still love, we've always loved, but we felt that pain. And we're saying thank you, appreciate it, but ta-ta for now. TTFN, if you're a Winnie Pooh fan. Perfect. Because here we are. Slow and steady wins the race. Our steadiness has been for a purpose, because when people see that we've gone into slow and steady, this one, which is annoying, let's be honest, you know, it's a night, but a night's all right, because at the end of the day, they're a supervisor role, you know, that's the way I see it. It's a supervisor. They're still going to make money. They're still taking, maybe not as a full-on. I mean, you and I know that if we go full on into anything in life, we're full on. And that means it's going to be successful. If that's for a friend, if that's for a company, if that's for a colleague, if that's for a complete stranger, if we're going to do something, we're full on. So we need to think, right, slow and steady wins the race, because we're doing it for us. We're doing it for stability, sustainability, for long periods of time. We're not just doing it for a quick wham bam thank you ma'am. That's a saying in England, you know, not just in and out, like the Knight of Wands maybe. We can go into Knight of Wands mode, but we're not really in that if we're going to do something for ourselves. So if we're starting at slow and steady wins the race, what's the problem? Because he's still got a coin, and he's still got abundance, and he's still looking. He's taking his time to have a look at the environment. And guess what? We've got yellow again, haven't we? All right, so that's quite good. That's current. Oh. Oop. Okay. Just to clarify those two, because I thought in my brain it's like, okay, we're doing the Three of Swords reverse. What's that taken? Well, you know, I'm going to do this. It's taken a lot of fight. Battles that we don't even know was coming. But we've been in the thick of it. Because another thing that I've learned over the years is that if I see the underdog being attacked, I have tried my absolute to keep out of it. But if I see an underdog being attacked, I will go in. And I'm a very nice person. Says me, you know. But I'll go in and talk for that underdog, because I am the underdog. And I'm quite happy that somebody will call me the underdog, because you know what? Dogs are loyal. And the underdog will come out, and we climb and we climb and we climb through gritted teeth. So we have been through those battles. We have gone through those external conflicts. We have gone through struggle, competition, physical activities, disagreements, obstacles, debates, agitation. I thought I'd do fucking again. You see, I ain't got that many. Self-doubt, annoying trivia disturbances. From nowhere has that popped up, hasn't it? I had an incident quite recently with a young girl who was only 19 where she was being attacked at work. And everybody just stood around. I was gobsmacked. I was absolutely surprised by that. Why would you just stand around? What's all that about? I didn't. I said, I'm sorry, but you do not treat my colleague like that. We don't have that in life. You need to leave. I've done it again for myself, which surprised me and I was so proud of. Somebody pointing at me, shouting at me, calling me a liar. I didn't even know what he was talking about. Came in talking about the toilets being out of control or not working. And I said, I'm sorry, but they're not working, but I will call a manager because I'm not the manager. And he said, oh, you putting me off having going to the toilet because I am poorly. And I says, no, you didn't say any of that anyway, but the toilets are out of order. I cannot control that. At the moment, I've got another customer that I'm looking after, and sorry. And he came out pointing, and I just shouted, you're a liar. Because I think I absolutely had my fill of liars. Have you? So lies. Stop telling lies. Stop the people around you telling lies. We don't need it, do we? You know, I'm quite happy to have the truth. If you want to call me a name, call me a name if you know me. Call me a name if you think that I've done something wrong. But if you want to call me a name for no reason, sorry, I'm a lion inside this heart because it has been broken, but it's also very, very strong. It's taken like operational brain power, body power to get back up. So I'm not having anybody come to me and make accusations, and they haven't even known a second of time with me. So lies, sorry, quiet, calm, thank you very much, but no, stay away, keep out of our energy. Because we are the wounded warrior. And I wrote it down, didn't I? About this morning, about we are Capricorns that are bruised and battered, but are always hopeful. Because the thing is, they're bandaged up. He's got a bandage. You know, he knows that he's had growth in all these different areas, but each one has left him a little bit more battered and a little bit more bruised. Hey ho. But we're still there. We are still there. The last pack. And then I'll just do a quick clarifier for the other. What is going to be something that I want to leave us with? Because these are only quick, brief ones until I see if you like me. If you like me, I'll keep doing it. If you don't like me, then I'll have to stop it because I'm just not in for wasting your time. I'm hopeful that you will like what I do, but if you don't, then I'm going to basically make sure that I don't continue to flog a dead horse. And flog a dead horse is just another saying, because I'm obviously very much into the sayings tonight, colloquialisms or whatever. You can't basically win on a horse that's dying, can you? So if it's not going to work, it's not going to work, but I'm going to try. We have got use our intuition. High Priestess. Use our intuition. We feel it. We are feeling ourselves more. We are feeling and realizing how important it is to see how you feel. If you've got a gut feeling, if you've got something that's just not quite right, then do react to that. Do react to that, to yourself. Ask yourself. I'm going to have to pause it just 2 minutes. Sorry about that. With all my excitement, I didn't plug in, so my battery was going, so I was like, oh no, sorry. yeah, I was saying that we need to feel it more. Go into the mode that we know, we sense it, we feel everything. Now, we have not been probably very good with when we feel something, reacting to it in a way of being quiet, taking a moment and let ourselves make that decision. Because I don't know, but I do get the feeling that we all go through these risk assessments in our brain. What's going on? What can we do? What if that happens? What if that happens? Whatever. Because I do think Capricorns are really good at that. We think about if there's such a thing as an issue. So this is us. We look at the top, the sides, and underneath, and what could happen tomorrow and the day after really quickly. Really, really quickly. And we go into action or into inaction, out there. Because we've learned that, haven't we? It's like, nope, because not our fight. Some things aren't our fight. Some things we have to sit back and say, I need you to have that own experience it for you, because I know that those experiences that were sent to us was to make us grow and be bigger. So we cannot protect everybody, and we cannot go in there with all guns a-blazing or swords and say this is our fight, because sometimes, even though we can be a bit of a control freak, we can actually say, I'm going to have to stay out of it and keep out of it and go, sorry, and sit on your hands if necessary, walk out the room if necessary. It isn't always your fight. And would you really try and stop every single fight that everybody has got to go through? Because literally they won't learn, they won't adapt, they won't embrace the beauty of themselves getting through it and growing their own strength. Does that make sense? So it's not our fight. We've got to smile. We're ready. We can. We know that we're quite powerful, but it's not our fight. I knew it would come up. Temperance. We have to be patient. We have to look that we are balancing ourselves out now. We're not going to go in there as the unsung hero all the time. Not because we want a badge and an award, but because we feel that we are somebody else's knight in shining armour all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it exhausts you and you cannot survive. And if you are to thrive, you have to get out of survive mode. So patience on yourself, reflection that yes, you would have jumped in with both feet at times to protect those underdogs because you know how it feels. But actually, by being patient and learning to give them the experience that's been given to them for a reason, a bigger reason than you and I. If they need us, they will go, I need you. And we've got to trust that. We really have got to trust that. It's awfully painful. That alone takes a strength to have this patience. And I really am not a patient person. But learning to be patient and having that conversation with myself and saying, stop, don't do it. This is their lesson. This is their learn for them to grow and prosper and be stronger and to be more powerful. It's for them. It's their heartache. It's not your heartache. It's there for you to give them a comfort. It's there for you to show them that loving side of Capricorn that everybody doesn't understand. It's there for you to give them a cuddle. But it's not there for you necessarily to say, you know what? I am going to be impatient today. Stuff it. Because they will look at you in that way of, I need help. They will ask, because we're not very good at it. So be patient with yourself with that. I asked for help last week. I'm so proud of myself. I need to go and take some bits and bobs that are broken in my home to the tip, which is a place that you go to ensure that rubbish is disposed of correctly. And I'm part of the tip gang, you know, I've got the badge in the car and everything like that. I'm like right proud of my little self. But I asked for help because I couldn't lift it on my own. And before, normally, I'd lift that on my own and struggle. And I had to sit in here while having a cup of tea and go, you are going to text somebody to come and help. And you know what? Got an answer straight away. Yes, of course. Wow. Because actually, we're here. We know the strengths and weaknesses of a Capricorn, of you. You know your strengths and weaknesses. We've had to go and really realise that we have got strengths and we have got weaknesses, and we are not everything to everybody, and we think that we are to them because we've tried to be. Does that understand? Does that make sense? We've tried to be. But I am quite grateful that I now know my strengths and my weaknesses, and I now know that I have to adapt to say, do you know what? I just haven't got the time. Or do you know what? I'm so sorry, but not this time. And not discuss why. Because I just haven't got the energy, maybe. It might be something as simple as that, but I don't need to justify that, do I? And if I do, then that person's not really somebody that I want in my social circle. I know that I can say yes to everything, but I also know the risk of my health, the risk of my self-fulfillment, the risk of getting my jobs done for the day. So when I've done my jobs and when I've rested and when I've earned my money, if I've got any energy left, I will by pleasure help, but not by you presuming that I will be there to help. Does that make sense? Is that something that you feel? Please tell me if you do feel like that. I don't think I'm alone on that one. So the Devil card is that we've mastered ourself to a certain point. We're never going to master ourselves completely because, let's be honest, we've got all life to master ourselves, to teach ourselves, to learn from others. So, we're not the finished product by a long shot. But we are understanding that we are loving. We are chained in bonds at times because we're so loyal. But I'm going to be loyal to me because I've not been very loyal to me. So hopefully you're the same. So can I just have some more clarifiers? Because they are very, very pretty, very intense cards. Not what came out in the pre-shuffle whatsoever. So that shows you that we are moving a little bit slower than I once thought this morning. So I'm wanting to I'm just positioning them so I can take them a photograph and bob it somewhere on here. I would like, sir or madam, in the ancestors and spirit world of the universe, I would like you to give guidance, please. I would like to have guidance, our final guidance. Interested? The first card that came out is the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins. You juggle. You're quite happy juggling. Are we juggling too many? Are we letting pride say that we can do too much juggling? You're intelligent, you're creative, clever, astute, analytical when need be, but maybe juggling a little bit too much. And maybe juggling, which is good because we've got pentacles there, we've got that abundance still coming through, we've got those possibilities. But what is self-fulfilling? What's going to give you the money? What are you juggling? Is it giving you any money? Is it giving you any time? So are you earning the money so you can have more time for you and your loved ones? Are you juggling something that can be dropped because it's not giving you anything that makes you get something? And I know that sounds awful, but you need to work to earn money, to put food on the table, to pay for your bills, to have a nice day out, to have a holiday, to do whatever you need to do to grow your business, whatever it may be. But if you are doing something that's free constantly, free advice, free connections with friends and family on the phone, give yourself a time limit. I'm doing this for 30 minutes. There's a way that I look after myself doing that now, and I'll go through that in the next few weeks if you're still with me, which is how I monitor what am I doing, why am I doing it, what have I got out of it. Have I got a big good feel factor and I'm like, yeah, I feel really good about doing that? Am I, yeah, that's money in my bank, that's going to make sure that I can pay that bill and that bill? Or am I doing it because I know that that has given somebody a boost that needed it and that makes me feel good again? So it's still kind of a selfish thing. But again, it's like, yeah, they appreciate it. I need that appreciation. Not like, thank you. But I need to feel it. Do you know what I mean? I think you're with me on that. Then, behind that, by having that, our feeling of new things coming in because we're dropping the things that aren't necessarily needed, or we're at least taking a little bit of a leaf out of the Virgo's inspired action, is that in our time of being that hermit, we have realised or are realising that that light of flickering within our heart, within our head, that period of being inside and going into hermit mode has made us realise that actually it isn't an infinite item that we can keep giving away, because it takes its toll on something. So by juggling, we then solidify something more sustainable, more solid, more better for our foundation. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. We have also got the Queen of Pentacles, because she's sitting there and going, okay, what investments have I already made and what investments are coming in to me? And you have planted, and I do hope, and I'm sort of jumping over my words at the moment because it's coming in so fast to me, but you've made lots of investments in so many different ways, not necessarily financial, but actions with people, moments with people, periods of time. So that is like, what investments have I already made, and what investments have I already implanted somewhere where I could tap back into, of picking up the phone. Remember when I said this, that I wanted to do this, this and this, do you want to come with me? Or remember when I said I wanted to go and do this, and you said that you wanted to do that, let's go and do it. You've made some investments of some seeds, and that is abundant in its own right, either in your heart, in your head, in your health, in some way or form. You're reviewing that. She's looking down and reviewing that abundance that she's created, that could be more created. In sales, they say to you that you get one customer, and then what else do they want out of you, because it's easier to do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you have done that, and people are quite happy to say, yeah, okay, I want to do something else with you, and we don't go and pursue it. So go and pursue it, because behind that is the Wheel of Fortune. These are the things that are trying to give us some support, some advice for what's coming to our future, because we've turned around. We are turning around. I don't think we are in this mode. We've looked at those cups. We have looked at those empty cups. We have looked at those empty cups and think, is there a last drop? I'm sure there's a last drop in there somewhere. Give me that last drop. But there isn't. All right? Turn around. Give me view of your new full cup, or your cup that's been poured into, because I really know that you have got those cups ready and waiting to be poured. Those cups have gone. Those cups have, you are different. Regardless of what's been happening to us with Pluto, You're massively different to a year ago, 2 years ago, three years ago, continuously. I am. I'm so different in my mind and the way that I am. We're so different. So you've turned around. You're looking at those cups and you're going, okay, how am I going to do? How am I going to go about it? I tell you what, I'm not going to give myself a fixation that these cups are this, this and this. Because they're not. They're going to be all sorts of things that I can't even envisage at this time, because it's coming along. It's coming. We're evolving. It's coming. But I don't know what's coming, but it's coming. Because those cups are waiting to be poured into by me and different people again. I might explain myself enough. We're on those cups now. We're on those new cups. I can't say it again. Emotionally, we are walking away into the new. For goodness sake, come on. Look at what we're doing there. We've got the 5 and the 7 of cups. We're leaving. We're not shameful. We're not sad. We've been there. We're independent. And we're ready to get a job done. But the next job is you. Your next decade. I told you. We've got fire. Can you see that? We have got fire. We're in action mode. We're in action mode. You can't help it. You're in action mode. What does this one say? New ideas. Ideas. I love ideas. New start, new birth, new experiences, inspirational, innovation, optimistic, inventing, trusting, tenacity. We love tenacity, don't we? Creativity, fertility, growth, sexuality. Yeah, baby. And obviously motivation. Now, I don't care if you've got to wake up every single morning and shout at yourself in your own private way, in your car, in your bathroom, and give yourself that pep talk like Rocky, you know? Because we give those pep talks. We're brilliant at it to everybody, aren't we? So it's like, give yourself your own pep talk. Get that song list. And by the way, I've got a whole Spotify folder that I'm going to put down in the description box below, because they're all the songs that I've been listening to that's helped me get through, and they're my mentors. Been getting through so much over the last few years that I'd like to share them. It don't cost you anything, obviously, if you're a Spotify subscriber already, but that might help, because they help me. And whenever I feel that I'm not happy or something's not particularly making me feel good, then those songs within 2 or 3 just completely motivate me. They are my mentors, as I said, so hopefully that can help you. I'm just going to quickly shuffle the native spirit cards, because I know that it's been a rant, but it is my first video with you, so I do apologise, but I also know that you don't mind. And I will put in the first chapter of my book in another video now, because I think it's a bit too long to listen to in one. So let's have a look at what it says for us for the native spirits, please. And that's us signing off. And then I will take a picture, and then I'll just put it at the end. All right? Because we have got this one as well. Don't need to mention that, because, yeah, we've had them. They're always there, aren't they? But they've gone. They're going. Not overnight. Nothing's overnight, because we have to do that patience, don't we? We have to do the temperance. We have to keep our gritted teeth going. So please, can I just have one of the native spirits, please? Because I do think these are helpful and wise from what Denise Lynn has wrote. And she's spent enough time on these. Right, so what have we got? We've got Spirit Keeper of the South. Can you see that? Spirit Keeper, sorry, me camera's the wrong way. But Spirit Keeper of the South. Look at that. Again, we've got yellows and oranges and all sorts of beautiful colours. Spirit Keeper of the South. So, if I can quickly go through this. Abundance and prosperity in all forms. Expansion. Surging energy. So, Ace of Wands mode. Activity. Movement. Rapid growth. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. This is a great time for medical procedures. Your energy will be at maximum. Your native spirit wants you to know in the medicine wheel, the south is the direction that symbolizes the warmth. Yes, south facing. My garden is south facing to the sun. Summertime, the full moon, and the time of rapid growth. Crops grow, which is brilliant because we're in the worm moon. Crops grow with vigour during the summer months. In the human cycle, it also represents the vitality of childhood. This is your time to shine. It's also a time to get great bounty in all areas of your life. Open your arms to receive gifts from the universe. Bring it on, I say. The journey. Stand facing south during the midday, if you can, because of work. So let's find south. We all need to start looking at compasses on our apps on our phones. Close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun opening up your heart center. So we'll do a bit of that, and we just really concentrate on that, okay? Absorb the sunlight, and as you sense yourself absorbing the abundance of the universe. Woohoo! I think that's perfect. We've got lots and lots of yellow. Yellow. You know, it's like, wow. Rightio. Thank you very much. Ta-ta for now. Thank you. I want you to remember that you're hopeful, powerful, beautiful people. And hopefully you like and share and give me some comments, please. Give me some tidbits on how to do better. I'm going to start sharing my mentors on YouTube as well. I will look a little bit better, hopefully, because it won't be after work. I've got lots of notes that I want to give us in the next month. And I'm also going to go into the chapter now just for your interest, if it will help anybody. And I got the message this morning that I was being selfish by writing it recently and then not sharing it. Then I am neglecting my responsibility to help somebody else heal. So that's the reason why I want to do it this way. All right, so hopefully you're behind me on that, and it's lovely to meet you, and I'll see you again. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. Scratch it.